I thought my wife was secretly meeting another man every Tuesday. The truth cost me my marriage before I even had the chance to apologize. Every Tuesday at exactly 7:15 p.m., my wife disappeared. She never missed it. Not for birthdays, not for holidays, not even when she had the flu. She'd leave the house carrying the same small black backpack. When I asked where she was going, she'd smile. It's something I need to do. Can I come? No. Why not? Because I'm not ready. That answer slowly poisoned me. We'd been married for 11 years. We didn't keep secrets, or so I thought. Then one Tuesday, I finished work early. Instead of going home, I followed her. She drove across town, parked outside an old apartment building. A man in his 30s opened the door before she even knocked. He hugged her. She hugged him back. Then they went inside. I sat in my car for almost 2 hours. By the time she came home, I'd convinced myself she was having an affair. The next morning, I packed a suitcase. When she woke up, I threw the apartment keys onto the kitchen table. I know, she stared at me. Know what? I followed you. Her face lost all color. I can explain. I'm done listening for the first time in our marriage. I walked away while she cried. 3 days later, my lawyer called. She isn't fighting the divorce. That made me even angrier. If she loved me, she'd fight. A month later, the divorce was finalized. We never spoke again. 6 months passed. One afternoon, I was eating lunch alone when someone tapped my shoulder. It was my ex-father-in-law. He looked older, tired. He sat down without asking. You made the biggest mistake of your life. I didn't respond. He handed me an old photograph. It showed my wife standing beside the same man I'd seen. Between them, a little girl, about 6 years old. Who's that? Your wife's younger brother, I frowned. I thought she didn't have siblings. He wasn't supposed to exist. Then he told me the truth. 28 years earlier, his wife had given birth to a son while separated from him. The family hid the pregnancy because of the scandal. The boy was secretly adopted by relatives. Only my wife knew where he lived. Years later, her brother developed kidney failure. She'd been helping raise his daughter while he underwent dialysis. Every Tuesday evening, she babysat so he could receive treatment. The hugs I'd seen were between a sister and the brother she'd been forced to hide her entire life. My hands started shaking. Why didn't she tell me? Because she promised her dying mother she'd never reveal the secret without her brother's permission. I couldn't breathe. I accused her. He looked directly at me. No, you never accused her. You judged her. I drove to her apartment immediately. A man answered the door, her brother. I need to see Hannah. He looked down. You don't know. My heart stopped. Know what? She moved. Where? I don't know. She didn't tell anyone. He handed me a small envelope. Inside was my wedding ring and one handwritten note. I could have broken my promise and saved my marriage. But if I betrayed my brother's trust, I'd lose the last family my mother asked me to protect. I hope one day you understand why I chose silence. I spent the next 2 years trying to find her. Different cities, different jobs. Nothing then. Almost 3 years after our divorce, I received an invitation. Her brother's daughter's high school graduation. At the bottom was one sentence. She'll be there. I almost didn't go. When I arrived, she was standing alone near the back of the auditorium. Older, calmer, she smiled politely. Hi. I started crying before I could say a word. I'm sorry. I should have trusted you. She nodded slowly. I know. I'd like another chance. She looked away for a long moment, then quietly said, I forgave you a long time ago. But forgiveness isn't always the same as going back. She wasn't angry. That somehow hurt even more. Sometimes you don't lose the love of your life because they lied. Sometimes you lose them because you never gave them the chance to tell the truth. And that's a mistake no apology can ever completely erase. If someone you loved refused to explain something that looked suspicious, would you trust them? Or trust what your own eyes seem to tell you?